Jenny Sweet Jenny, Jenny Schizo, Jenny Cocaine, and Jenny Liquor. Beautiful young haggard Jenny, what am I gonna do with you? Jenny 2 cats and an 8-year-old son. She isn't sure who the father is. Jenny whose ex liked to throw bricks through her window, so she sent him to jail 4 times. Jenny with the red hair. Oh, Jenny. Let's start with Jenny's apartment. It was a cramped 2-bedroom overlooking the Hudson River. It was on the first floor and opened up to an expansive courtyard with a playground area for children with stone arches in a Greco-Roman style. Inside it was a pit. Jenny came from a long line of degenerates on her mother's side, and her mother was hoarding 4 generations of family artifacts dating all the way back to her great-great-grandfather, John Beauregard. Great-grandfather John Beauregard. The collection of family memorabilia included such artifacts as the headdress of the famous Indian chief Sly River Running and a Ku Klux Klan hood. Her mother was an undiagnosed schizophrenic and an alcoholic fully in the bag, and always had been. Whatever was wrong with Jenny's mother and her foul family brood dating back to before the Civil War was definitely wrong with Jenny. Jenny was on the couch as always with the TV on.
iPad! iPad! Give me my iPad!
Some whiny little brat was screaming. He wanted his iPad because he didn't know how to read yet at 8 years old, with no friends because he was a violent little hooligan already at his age, who bruised the kids Jenny babysat for.
Shut up, Timothy. Take the goddamn thing here. Leave me alone. I'm trying to buy shoes on my phone.
Jenny said with a tired hunger. She had just started on a new diet, slim fast, and couldn't think right, though she was normally no nicer. There were photos with 3 people on the wall, an older man and woman, along with Jenny. No Timothy. Timothy was eating goldfish crackers.
And try not to make a mess with those crackers. I'm tired of all these spiders.
I haven't seen one spider, bitch!
Timothy said before running away. She ignored it. Taking the remote, she switched on the Kardashians. The shallow one was saying something to the dumb one. Or was it the shallow dumb one who was saying something to the dumb shallow one when the door opened? Jenny could hear the sound of footsteps coming from the inner hallway towards the living room.
Jennifer, what are you doing? You're always watching TV, that's the problem. You're lazy and you don't work hard enough.
She had a large glass of wine in her hands. That she had poured somewhere between the front door and the living room.
What do you want from me, Mom?
Jenny looked tired. She always looked tired. She was tired.
Oh, Jenny. I used to feel bad for you, Jenny. But this is your work, Jenny.
I want you to move out of my house.
Jenny's mother was throwing back her comically large glass of wine.
Believe me, this is the last place I want to be.
Jenny smirked. She always had an excuse for not leaving. She was under the impression that her mother needed her money and couldn't conceive of the idea that her mother found her to be a quick, easy source of cash for things less glamorous than liquor like food and rent.
If you left right now, nothing would change. I wouldn't even notice except for the silence.
Jenny's mother finished her drink and left slowly. Jenny couldn't speak. Her world was spinning. Her breathing was forced, shallow, and uneven. She opened the back door in the apartment, the gated door, and walked out. She deliberately didn't walk out the front door that opened into the basement to ensure she didn't run into her neighbors. Jenny's mom was tired of Jenny, tired of Timothy, tired of the endless parade of drunks and drug addicts Jenny brought home to her bed, which she shared with her kid. Everyone was tired of Jenny. Jenny had nothing but sex, liquor, and cocaine to fill the void that the child had created in her life. You probably think you know why she left. Because her mother told her off. That would be too obvious. This is Jenny. It might take your entire life, but the longer you know her, the more it becomes clear she is comically easy to understand. The reason she walked out was that she was looking for an excuse to leave. Afraid of her mother, but not really. Nobody loves you, Jenny, but you need love. And here comes Jenny walking to the other side of Pinehurst as she walks through Bennett Park to Fort Wash. She used to go out into the public toilets in Bennett Park to have sex with her ex when her parents were in the house. He was homeless. Jenny swallows the souls of those who love her. Her emptiness is vast. Her hunger is for the unquenchable. No love you could give her would satiate her. Jenny's face is a river shaped by boats. Her tiny little nose, her red hair, her sallow skin, and her disenfranchised smile. Her soul is the cataract through which she sees the world. Inside, she is deformed, rotting, battered by fleas and eroded by cocaine. She is a sad song in a minor key. Oh, Jenny. Arriving in the front of the Rehabilitation and Nursing Center. Nurses standing smoking their cigarettes outside. Jenny walks into the pale blue lobby, adorned with decorations for Mr. Christopher McCullough, aged 96 years. When she sees the sign, she cannot help but wish bad things for Mr. McCullough. She cannot help but hope for his death. More than hope, but pray for.
I'm here to see Mr. Moody. I'm his daughter, Jennifer.
Go ahead, go right up.
The receptionist said as Jenny wondered why she had been so rude to her. Something she always wondered about everyone. Everyone treated her like shit. Jenny pressed the button. The door for the elevator opened, and she got in. On the 6th floor, she stepped out and walked to room 605. There was an empty bed, and one with an older, fatter man in his late 60s sleeping, or catatonic, or both. Jenny would come over to her father's room to see him every night. And every night she left believing he would die before the next evening. Her father had a stroke while in the shower. And her mother left him bleeding out into the tub from the gash on the top of his skull for 3 hours while she contemplated what the paramedics would think of how filthy the house was. Like Jenny, he was literally pissing his life away in this filthy building in Washington Heights, 3 blocks away from the home where he had raised her.
Hey, Dad, it's Jenny.
She turned the TV on, even though he was not conscious, and she immediately turned the volume on low. Silence made Jenny uncomfortable, and the sound of her own voice, without something to block it out of her ears, made her sick.
Mom was right. It's finally happening. I'm getting what I deserve. I'm nothing. I can't do anything right. I'm nothing but a whore, and everybody leaves me. My friends, every man I'm with except that crazy motherfucker. I kept putting him in jail. I'm sure when he gets out, he'll be back. But I'll probably be gone, Dad. You'll probably be dead. I'm sorry I was away when you had the stroke. I'm sorry I left you with that horrible woman who only loved you for your money. I wish I had someone who took care of me with their money. She doesn't even know how good she had it. She never could do anything. If someone took care of me and paid for everything, I would love them. I would love them unconditionally, just as long as they took care of me.
Jenny said as her father groaned.
You'll be dead soon, and Mom will be dead soon, and I'll be stuck with the kid. Your debts to Medicaid and Mom's debt to the IRS will probably end up taking the house, and I'll be left with nothing. Nothing but the kid. Nothing but the goddamned kid. I've lived my whole life, Dad, and all I have to show for it is the kid. He doesn't even love me. He calls me a bitch. He beats up and bruises the kids I babysit for. What am I gonna do? He's gonna become a criminal and a drunk anyway. He doesn't even know how to fucking read, for God's sake. All I do is sit around and resent him every day. Why did this happen to me? What did I do wrong? But I'm not a bad person. I'm just a slave till he's 18. And then I'm done. Then it's over. Then I can get as drunk as I want all day and geeked out on all the blow I like. I won't get paranoid. It won't matter if I sleep for 3 days or I want to stay awake for a week. You don't know how hard it is. You don't have any problems. You lay there like a goddamn vegetable and nothing bad happens. And you suck up your food through a goddamn tube. You're pathetic.
Jenny trailed off. She took the remote and changed the channel. The Kardashians were on.
You know what? I'm out of here, Dad. I can't take care of you anymore. I need to take care of my son. I can't even take care of myself. Forget it. You don't listen anyway.
She tossed the remote onto his chest. And he moaned a little. Jenny needed air. She needed to get away. She walked down the street and into the garden in Fort Tryon Park that leads up to the cloisters, built from the parts of medieval French monasteries and abbeys. Her mind was shooting in every direction through space as her chest was pounding and her ears ringing. The purple and orange was being swallowed up by black. As Jenny looked up into the sky, she saw nothing but a brutal emptiness inside. Undulating, shifting blacker than the black, swallowing everything up. Millions of legs, millions of eyes, millions of claws, spiders. She felt at peace. Now she knew it would soon be over. And from the darkness came a burning white light. Jenny's heart spasmed in her chest. And as Jenny accepted it, the white spider pulled Jenny into her mouth, and the blackness was replaced by white.